hello to all my friends out there. And this is extreme ways, 50 extreme ways to cut your expenses, part 2. Okay, this is a good one. Number 13, attend churches that serve a meal. One time, I was going to like a whole bunch of Bible studies at once. I went to the Baptist Bible study. I was going to the Adventist church. And in all these churches I went to, several, they always serve meals. And my friend used to laugh and she goes, "You're so effing cheap. You're just going there to get the free meals." Actually, I wasn't, but each place had cheap meals and I would eat them too. The Baptist meals were delicious. And so anyway, but I was there for the Bible studies or, the church. But in a pinch, you guys, keep that in the back of your mind. I have a funny story concerning that. I told my friends to go there and get the free meals, and they were asked to leave. So, you got to act a little bit interested in the Bible study. Number 14, find happy hours, buy a drink, and eat all the food they have. The hot wings, the nachos, whatever they have, load up. Find happy hours. Number 15, find continental breakfast, like hotels and motels, fairly large ones, and loiter around like you're a client of the motel and get the continental breakfast. Believe it or not, I know somebody who did this. Now, I didn't do this, but you could if it was an emergency. And so what I would do, I used to go on these trips for no more than $200. There's the nice bonds. And I would make sure I got these travel packages, and everything always contained a continental breakfast. And one time I was flying out of Tulsa really early, like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. This is the most ridiculous trip I ever took in my life. I used to work in that office up at the Anyway, I go, "What about my continental breakfast?" And she goes, "We have a few muffins." And I go, "Well, can I get a muffin?" So I went in there and I got a really big muffin and I ate it on the flight home. That was the greatest flight. I got the tailwind. Okay, fine, continental breakfasts. Okay, number 16. Have clothes you wear around the house. So what you do, this is how you can wear your clothes more than once. You take off your clothes. If you have half decent clothes you wear out, I don't. All my clothes are awful. But you hang your good clothes up. I used to do this when I worked. And just so that my clothes didn't get messed up. And then you take a bath and you have clothes that you wear around the house. You can wear them a few days because you're clean when you put them on and you're not anywhere except in your house. That's going to save wear and tear on your clothes, and it's going to save money. Number 17, don't eat out. I mean, there's a few exceptions. We might get into those, but generally it's cheaper to eat at home. Okay, here is my all-time most cheapest tip. Buy hair color for $1 at the Dollar Tree and color your own hair. I do that. The color is lightweight color because, it'll wash out within a few washes. So, you can buy it and you can put it. I used to do this guy's hair and I told him to do that. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, "But you could color your hair anytime you want." 18. Buy hair color for $1. I usually use a half a box. Okay, number 19. Pre-wash dirty clothes. Okay, what I do is I just throw them in the tub with just water, and I soak them. I throw everything, you know, underwear, socks, jeans, and then I drain the water, and you know, you should see what comes out of that water. This exhaust is really dirty, and it gets all over the hems of your pants and stuff. And then I fill the bathtub with water, and I put a little laundry detergent I buy for $1, and I soak them before I ever wash them. That way you're not getting all that dirt on your other clothes that are not so heavily soiled. So now 20, if you do that, you can wash really large loads of clothes, and your clothes will get clean because your clothes are not really dirty in the first place when you do that. Wash really big loads. Number 21, buy the biggest bottles and cans you can. Maybe you don't like the product in the big bottle or can as much, but if you make a habit of doing that, in time you're going to save money. All right. Oh, 21. Check for the fullest containers. You know, sometimes in the dish soap, one of the containers will be full to the point it's actually an extra use. You know, the bottle or the jars or whatever you call them are not the same full. Get the fullest one. Buy the largest items. 22. Okay, like green peppers, buy the biggest one. Tomatoes, you know, especially when they're by the item. If it's all the same price, buy the biggest one. But sometimes you'll see I buy 6 tomatoes, small tomatoes, or else I buy the poundage of potatoes with the most potatoes in it. Number 23. Like if you go to a potluck, bring a big cake. Desserts are always appreciated, and cake mixes are $1. So you know you can bring a nice dessert, and you're being cheap at the same time, but you're contributing. Okay, number 4. When you want to give gifts, you know, sometimes you have to give gifts. You can't be a Scrooge. Make fruit baskets. You know, go to the 99-cent store and load up on a whole bunch of fruit, and then make baskets. You can put cheese in them if you find some good cheese, or some crackers, or, you know, make some little baskets, or you can use gift bags. Number 25. Find free concerts. You know, outdoor concerts, jazz concerts. You know, a lot of times there's free concerts. Find free concerts. Okay, I will be back with part 3.